What's up, guys? Beastar Mod here, bringing you some more Battlefield 4 gameplay commentary. I'm using the PKP Petchneg, as you can clearly see. This is another one of my favorite LMGs. It's actually pretty useful. It's one of my top 3 LMGs, I'd have to say, so far, that I've just experimented with between the M240B, the MG4, and then this being the third. I like using all 3 of them, and they're pretty fun to use. And that's the main reason I use weapons, is if they're fun to use, I'm going to use them. Unless they're extremely OP and I just don't find them fair or fun to use. Like, I don't find a gun that's OP fun to use. It just seems really it just doesn't make you feel good when you get a kill. At least it doesn't make me feel good, because I'm a competitive player, and if I'm using something not balanced, I'm like, nah, I'm not going to touch it. But anyway, I got something to talk about that I thought you guys would be interested in, and let me know down in the comment section on what you think about this subject at hand. I want to talk about video game hype, how it affects games positively and negatively. Now, there's obviously positives and negatives to hype, and unfortunately it's mostly negative from what I've seen as of recent. The past few games of 2013, 14, and 2015, the games coming up, those new games in particular seem to have way too much hype backing them up. It's ridiculous. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen a game get overhyped and not lead up to its expectations, which is really unfortunate, because look, we're gamers, we all love games. We want to have a wide variety of games to play, at least I personally do. I want to have a bunch of different games I can play and go to whenever I feel like. Whenever I move for shooters, I want to play shooters. Whenever I'm in the mood for MMOs, I want to play that, and so forth and so forth. And when a game doesn't lead up to expectations, that leads for disappointment, and then it also harms the series in the future for future growth. So, for example, Titanfall, I think will actually do really well in the future, because these devs are actually really supporting the game, which I have to give them so much credit and respect for doing, because a lot of devs, unfortunately, abandon their game. Call of Duty? No, that game wasn't abandoned. But it's true, it really is. A lot of devs, yes, they do updates, but COD devs have abandoned the game, basically, at least Ghost, which Ghost is pretty much unfixable at this point, but that's another subject at hand again. But let's talk about the positives of hype real quick. So, hype, it can actually grow a game, as you guys have seen, and if it turns out to be a good game, it does well. Minecraft is a great example of that. Minecraft would not have been known without YouTubers, probably. At least for a long time, it would have took it a lot longer to grow. But since, a bunch of big YouTubers like CNanners and, that's one of the big ones I could think of right off the bat, and Captain Sparkles, and a few others that I've heard of that have got Minecraft really well known. You guys know how big Minecraft is. It's actually bigger than Call of Duty at this point, I believe. Which is insane. I mean, you know how big Call of Duty is, and imagine a game being bigger than that. Yeah, that's crazy. But you also have to think Minecraft is literally on pretty much every platform at this point. It's on mobile, it's on consoles and PC, so they're dominating everything. I mean, Call of Duty, I think they stopped becoming on mobile devices probably after COD 4 or something like that. They used to be on the Nintendo DS, I believe, but I think they stopped after COD 4. So that's it with the positivity from hype. I've noticed that a lot of negativity just comes from it, so I try my best not to get too overhyped or excited about a game. I try to remain neutral, and that's what I'm going to do from now on the channel. I'll give you guys honest feedback. Not that I was ever being dishonest with you guys, but I may have let other games hype me up a little bit, and I may have fell for the hype for games like Black Ops 2. I thought Black Ops 2 was going to be fantastic, basically flawless, and it was pretty good on paper. But the core engine and the core functions of the game just did not go well. They did not suit well for the game, which is unfortunate, because it had a lot of potential. But the netcode and hit detection and lag comp and all that stuff just did not work, unfortunately. But that's with Black Ops 2. The best advice I can give you guys, if you're really excited about a game, is just look at it from a neutral standpoint. Think, okay, the game will probably be pretty cool. I think it'll be enjoyable, but just know what to expect. You know what to expect from Call of Duty. Call of Duty is generally the same game every year, just some rehashes and reskins. Now, they may add some awesome features and do it better than the previous generation, but I'm just warning you guys of the hype train. Don't fall for it. But you guys, of course, have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.